What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Caden, or Cantina Comics, and today we're going to be ranking every single live-action Flash suit that we have gotten throughout the years. If you're new around here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're very quickly approaching 1,000 subscribers, and my goal is to hit that by the time that Spider-Man Brand New Day releases in theaters at the end of July. With all that being said, there are over 20 suits on this list, so let's start off in last place with the Legion of the Superheroes suit that we had seen from 1979. Now, this suit definitely is a product of its time. It looks very dated, to say the least. The Flash symbol is turned on its side and inverted, and it looks really odd. I don't know why they went ahead and did that. They kept everything else pretty accurate to the comics. I love that he has the wings on the boots as well as the sides of his cowl. On top of that too, we have the fully connected belt and on the arms. I love when we have all this working together, especially with the gold boots, and this suit has all of that, but when you see it on screen, it looks really dated and really fake. The cowl also too has this like foam piece for the front part of it, and it looks really weird. I don't know what they're going for with this, but I will say we do have the open nose for Barry Allen. There's a suit in this list that has the nose covered for Barry, and honestly, I prefer that for Wally, but the fact that we have it open here for 1979 is pretty sick. Alrighty, next up at the number 20 spot, we have the 1997 Justice League of America movie. That really didn't go anywhere. This movie was, for lack of a better term, terrible. The suits in this were very questionable. I mean, just look at this Flash suit. The cowl is atrocious. It's a red hood, and then on top of that, we have these almost goggle-looking things going over the top that go across the back, and it just looks really weird. I don't know why they went ahead and made that like an indent. It just, I don't know. As well as the lightning bolts, they're not on the sides of his ears or by his ears. They're on the sides of his face going upward. Kind of looks like an Emperor Penguin. I don't know what they're doing there. The Flash symbol is great. I love how big it is. It feels just like this one, but weirdly enough, we have the lightning bolts on like his wrists going across his hand. Really weird choice for that. They could have just had him on the forearms or not had him at all. I don't know. It just looks really weird. We do have the gold boots here, which is nice, but there are no wings on it. There aren't really any wings at all on the suit. I'm not even gonna count the little fins here. Those look ridiculous. I might honestly change this to the number 21 spot and replace the Legion of Superheroes one with this. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This suit is so weird, dude. Alrighty, next up at the number 19 spot, we have Grant Gustin's homemade suit, more so his test suit. And this thing just looks super weird. We have these really weird looking running shoes as well as these knee pads, and my man is wearing a leotard. On top of that, we have some elbow pads and this really weird looking helmet. It kind of looks like one of those whitewater rafting helmets. I don't really know why or what they're going for with this. Weirdly enough though, we have the chin strap here. There's no wings. There's really no indication that this is the Flash, minus this piece that Cisco makes that goes into the ear. It's very small, but it's there, so that is gonna give it a little bit of points. But yeah, this is just a homemade suit. There are better ones in this video, so I'm gonna move on. Next up, we have Ezra Miller's homemade suit from the Flash. As far as like homemade / prototype suits go, I think this one is really high up there. It's definitely criminally underrated for sure. If you want to see my video where I talked about the most underrated DCEU superhero suits, go ahead and click up here. This suit is on there with a ton of others. So speaking of the suit, we have these high top Converse with duct tape on them, holding them all together, as well as duct tape on Barry's pants. We got the elbow pads once again, but we have this like body armor / vest that Barry is wearing here, and we can see the lightning bolt etched into it. I love that. We have a balaclava and a helmet here as well. And on the sides of the helmet, we actually have the wings. Very surprising, but I love it. It looks great. This prototype suit was in the movie, I think, for less than a minute. It made a quick appearance, and overall, it's a pretty good homemade suit. I think it's better than the last one anyway, and that's why it's here. Next up, we have Grant Gustin's homemade suit from The Flash, Season 1, Episode 1. In the show, they said that this was the Star Labs Fire and Rescue uniforms. I cannot believe that at all. This is literally just a Flash suit with the logo ripped off the chest and a respirator added. You could see all the lightning lines through it, as well as on the head. Like, literally... It feels like they went ahead and made the Season 1 Flash suit, and then we're like, shit, we need to make a homemade version of this, or like a prototype version. So they just ripped the patch off and threw on a mask. There's no way in hell you're gonna get me to believe that the Star Labs Fire and Rescue team were wearing these. They were just wearing prototype Flash suits, especially with the lightning bolts carved into the cowl. I don't know, guys. Like, it's just so stupid. I'm sorry. That explanation for it is ridiculous, especially when there are 0 Star Labs symbols or markings anywhere on the suit whatsoever to indicate that. I feel like they could have came up with anything else besides that, and it would have been 10 times better. I mean, Barry even knew that the respirator was dog shit. He threw that shit away immediately after his first encounter with anything. Like, I don't know, dude. Let's move on. Alrighty, next up, we have Bart Allen / Impulse's suit from Smallville. Before you go to the comments saying, oh, no, this is Impulse, this is Bart Allen, this isn't Barry Allen, I don't want to hear it. Originally, this was supposed to be Barry Allen, and then WB came in and does what WB does. And that is solely the reason why, because of the restriction, and they had to change stuff last minute. And if you're gonna get upset about it, this is the only suit that isn't worn by Barry Allen in any of these, I'm still counting this as Barry Allen. It's supposed to be Barry Allen, and it's just not because of Warner Brothers. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. This suit is awesome though. I love the vest and the hood, especially with the yellow piping as well as the two-tone red. It works so well. The shoes are nice as well. The glasses I could go without, but hey, it is what it is. It's early 2000s, and he has these almost like Nickelback Chad braces on his wrists. It's one thing I didn't even realize originally. And just because we're already talking about him, I'm also going to talk about his original homemade suit. That was more so just the hoodie with the backpack. The backpack had the Flash logo on the back. That was about it. I'm not going to add that as an additional suit. It's just part of this. I'm going to say it's an evolution of it. As far as homemade suits go, out of all the ones we've gotten, I think this one probably looks the best. Next up, we have Ezra Miller's man suit from The Flash. Now, this is just the 1992 Michael Keaton Batman Returns suit that had the ears cut off and some slits cut into it, and it's spray painted red with the lightning bolt decals on the boots as well as on the Bat logo. It's kind of a homemade suit. It's also kind of not. We have the lightning belt as well as on the arms, but it's basically from caution tape, so I'm going to dock some points because of that. They could have just spray painted it on there. I don't know, dude. It looks weird that he even taped it to begin with. Later on, though, the suit comes with headphones on the ears. They kind of make the wings. I'm going to give it an A for effort, but it's really not that good, and that is why it is listed here at the number 15 spot. Following that, we have another Ezra Miller suit, and this is his main suit that we see in The Flash. I hate everything about this suit. The texture of it is this membrane fucking nutsack looking texture. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this. It looks terrible. I don't even want to touch it. I don't want to look at it. The cowl was kind of close to being good, but it just looks really weird anytime you see it. It looks terrible. The cowl had a cool feature, like with the lenses coming down. We do have the wings on the side of the cowl as well. That I like.
So this is the interior cowl. It'll be powdered red. This is the exterior cowl, which will be done in a clear urethane. This will go over the top of this to give it that cool translucent look.
But that's really about it. It looks really weird, especially when it's fully CG and it's only just this that's real, and it completely stands out from the suit. The logo as well to me is really small here. As well, the belt doesn't connect. I don't know why they do this sometimes with Flash suits. The lightning bolt belt all the way across should fully connect in my opinion, as well as having the lightning bolts on the arm. The boots as well are so over designed. They didn't even need to be. If they were solid gold, they'd probably look so much better. One other thing though that looks kind of cool in this suit is when his powers are being used, the lightning charges through the suit. I think it's a really cool detail and I'd love to see it continue, but just not as bad as it looks in this. I feel like there are so many better ways to make this look, but overall, dude, this suit is just fucking terrible. I don't want to look at it anymore, so I want to move on.
The exciting things about this project is designing a new Flash suit. Don't get me wrong, I love the Justice League suit. I just thought that we needed a change, given that 5 years have gone by and he's befriended Bruce Wayne, and it incorporates also this electricity conductors that light up when he's running or when he's getting ready to run. I'm very happy with the result. All that sheen and satin and the lights and the layers. I'm super proud of it.
Ooh, man, tight. It hurts. You know where it hurts? In my dick. Okay.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Alrighty, next up, we have the Justice League Mortal Flash suit. This suit, honestly, is pretty fucking peak. It has everything that I want to see from the Flash suit, especially for Barry Allen. We have the wings on the side of the cowl, as well as the open nose. We have the giant chest logo. It looks great. The only thing here, the belt doesn't connect all the way, and we have the lightning bolts on the forearms. We also have the gold boots. Unfortunately, though, they don't have the wings, and this was taken from the costume tests, but if we go to the concept art, he does have the full belt here, so maybe they were gonna do it. I have no clue. But there is this yellow piping going up the sides of the legs, and it kind of looks like State Trooper pants if you've ever seen them. And really the only other photo we have of this is the sculpt for the cowl, and it looks great. There is a little bit of indentation here for the brow, but overall this Flash suit is honestly pretty good. But since we don't have a whole lot to go off of, I can't put it any higher because it could look terrible, especially on screen. Unfortunately though, we will never know. Following that, we have Ezra Miller's suit from BVS. We also saw it in the Snyder Cut. We got a better look at it there, but in BVS we see it for only a couple seconds, and I think it looks the best in this. But it's not really that much of a Flash suit. I mean, the mask and visor honestly is pretty cool. I like how it works. I just wouldn't want that for the Flash. As well, we have a lightning bolt here, but it's obscured by these belts, and it just doesn't look the greatest. But the rest of the armor honestly looks pretty sick, especially for like a dystopian future, and it looks a lot better in the nightmare scene itself. But the only thing is though, Ezra Miller is fully CGI here, and you can tell. Look at this dude's face. Dude, I get that he wasn't there to film, but this just makes it look terrible for him. Like WB really fucking hated Ezra Miller. His CGI look is ridiculous. But overall, I like all the armoring. We don't have the lightning belt or the lightning bolts on the arms, but when his mask opens up, he has the normal Justice League cowl underneath, and I really like that detail. And we get one really quick shot of the legs and boots. The boots are not gold, and there isn't any lightning bolts on there, and the wings aren't on there either. But I will say, I would rather have the suit than the Flash suit in the movie. I fucking hate that suit so much. I'm sorry. I would rather take this one. one, but I'd also rather not have this at all. Moving on to the number 11 spot, we have Grant Gustin's first suit that he had gotten in the Flash Season 1. This was the one with the original cowl. Overall, this isn't terrible. I just really have a strong hate for leather suits. If you've seen my other rankings, I am not kind to them. Leather on superhero suits should be very selective if used, and when the entire suit is leather, it just doesn't look good. This one kind of suffers from that, as well as the cowl. It looks really goofy, especially on his head. Throughout the season, though, they update the cowl, and it looks so much better. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. As well, whenever he takes off this cowl, they always cut to him pulling the hood off to where it looks like it's his normal hood that he can just throw up over his head. You're not going to make me ever believe that the cowl is the same as when he takes off the hood. There's just no way. I get what they're trying to do, but it just looks ridiculous, especially with how bulky the cowl is. There's no way when he pulls it back, that's all coming down with it. There's just no way. I'm sorry. Overall, we have the red here, we have some gold piping, and the Flash logo. This logo is kind of different than what we're used to. It's smaller and it has a red background. I wish this logo was bigger, but again, it's the CW, and this was one of their first suits they ever made for a superhero show, so I'll cut them some slack for it. As for me, I just don't like it nearly as much as his other suits. Next up, at the number 10 spot, we have the Season 4 Flash suit. I think this one is leagues better than the original suit. We have the white background here, and the suit got some updating. There's more lines cutting through it, there's more lightning bolts. We have the gold belt, we have the lightning bolts on the sides of the arms, as well as on the cowl. But the thing is, though, we can see the zipper going right up the middle of the suit, clear as day. That, along with the lines that make up the abs in the suit, just feel really cheap and fake. Again, it's a leather suit, it does look a lot better, but the cowl just makes the suit look so bad. The red color here is entirely different from the rest of the suit, and it really stands out in certain shots. It's literally just the regular cowl thrown into this new suit. I don't know why they went ahead and went through all the trouble of making him a new suit just to not give him a new cowl. It kind of looks stupid in my opinion, but I really love all the yellow piping throughout the suit. It looks great. Next up, we have the Flash Season 5 suit with the original cowl. Honestly, this suit, minus the cowl, looks pretty good. We have the suit coming out of the ring. We have the gold belt. We have the white logo. The suit material gets an entire overhaul, and it looks so much better than the leather. I will say, we are kind of missing the lightning bolts on the arms. They are just on one side, and as well, they're on the top of the boots. I don't know why that was a decision to put them there, but the cowl with this suit is ridiculous. It looks so bad. We have the wings on the side. I'm not even going to count those as brownie points. This fucking cowl is terrible. I'm so sorry. They do update it throughout the season and it looks a little bit better, but overall, this cowl just isn't working. They need to bring back the chin strap, and when they do, it looks so much better. Alrighty, going back to the Season 1 suit, now we have the updated cowl, and this one is just a little bit ahead of the Season 5 suit. It has the updated cowl. It looks like it fits way better, and it just works so much better with the suit. There's not a whole lot of changes to it, but the ones they make really stand out. And with that, we're gonna move back to the Season 5 suit for its updated cowl. Now, like I said, this one looks better. It is more form-fitting, but it's kind of weird. When you get to the back of the head, there is a cutout here, and it looks really weird, especially when you're seeing it from the back. It kind of looks like the original pigskin football helmets. But the wings are updated, and also on the suit, the lightning bolt in the forearm kind of works like the edge of a glove. I kind of like that detail, and maybe it's on the regular suit. I just didn't notice it before. But the new cowl looks so much better. It doesn't look as big and bulky. It fits more to Grant's head, and the lines aren't as prominent in the front. They're entirely reworked. Again, if this just had the chin strap, it would probably look so much better. Quickly, I just wanted to let you all know that I went ahead and made a Discord server to connect with all of you better. There we talk comics, movies, gaming, theories, you name it, it is all there. If this at all interests you, go ahead and join the Comic Shop Discord server. Links are in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Moving on to the number 6 spot, we have John Wesley Shipp's Flash suit from the 90s TV show. I really love this suit. That might throw some of you off, and that's fine. This suit is awesome. The really only thing to me that stands out that I want changed is this logo. The lightning bolt is great, but the white background is so tiny. I wish it was bigger, and Barry's nose is covered here. This shouldn't be here. I wish we had the nose open. For me, Wally West is my main Flash. I love Wally so much, and Wally usually has his nose covered. With this one, though, they went ahead and covered Barry's, but it doesn't look all that bad. I love the wings on the side of the cowl as well. The muscle suit is a little too extra padded. It looks really big and bulky, but also when we see them using the test version of this suit, you can tell John Wesley Shipp's traps are really that big. So they might be adding a little bit of muscle padding. I mean, I know they are just a little bit, but he has the physique underneath to make it work, so it doesn't really stand out to me all that much. The muscle padding, though, looks really bad on the Pollux suit. I love the blue, though. I love the silver as well. But on his main Flash suit, we have the gold belt fully connected, as well as the lightning bolts on the arm. The only thing it's missing, though, is the wings on the boots, and the boots boots are red. I don't know why. I really like this like felt slash velvety texture that the suit has, especially for the 90s. It works really well. It's crazy that for like a real solid attempt on a Flash suit done for TV, it looks as good as this. I wish people love this suit more than what they do. It's criminally underrated. Moving on to the number 5 spot, we have the Flash suit from season 2 and 3. We finally get the white background here on the emblem. This is pretty much the same suit as the season 1 suit. There are some subtle differences, like with the white background. The belt is red though. I don't really like that, but again, it still has that yellow piping, so it looks great with that. Overall though, just having that white background makes the suit look so much better. I just wish it was bigger, and I will say the color of the red looks to be tweaked a little bit. It's not as maroon as it is with the season 2 suit, but on the back side of this suit, there are still a lot of leather lines here. I don't really like it all that much. I really hate leather suits. I'm sorry guys, I really am. I wish I could like them. That's honestly part of why I haven't made a ranking of the Arrow suits yet, because I'm not gonna be kind to a lot of them or majority of them, and I don't want the entire video just to be me ripping on the suits. Alrighty, and at the number 4 spot, we have Ezra Miller's suit from Justice League and the Snyder Cut. I love this suit so much. The one thing about it though that I can never get behind is the fact that they tried coming off and saying that this suit was made from airplane parts. I don't buy it. To me, it doesn't look like that. All of the wires holding it all together, I mean, it's a cool thought behind it, but in its execution, I don't think works all that well. It is cool though that the lightning kind of channels through it. I will give it some points for that. But with the belt here, we have the lightning bolt sort of, and it's not connected, as well as on the arms, it's only on the tops. And around the sides of the knees, we have these lightning bolts here. Instead of it being on the boots, it kind of works, and it also kind of connects to like the top of his ankles. I don't really know. It's a weird kind of design, but I kind of like it, as well as having the darker tone underneath. I'm not going to go as far as to say it's a black. I think it's more of like a dark burgundy, but it looks really good, as well as this cowl. I don't know why. I love how streamlined it looks, especially too, they were able to add in the wings on the side without it being over the top. But the Flash logo, we don't have any white there. It is a little bit small. I would have liked it to be bigger. Overall though, for the DCEU and the armored suits that they had gone for and the more Injustice kind of style they were going for, I think this suit is honestly pretty solid. I don't know why they got rid of it for the Flash movie. They could have just updated it, maybe got rid of some of the armor, made it more streamlined, and I feel like it could have worked so much better. I don't know why with this suit, they also have this weird looking codpiece. This reminds me of the Joel Schumacher Robin suit. I don't know why they had to focus on this piece of deal there. They could have just made it flat and not really made a big deal about it, but the fact that they have it armored makes it stand out, which is really weird to me. Next up, at the number 3 spot, we have Grant Gustin's season 6 and season 7 Flash suit. I love it so much. This is one of my favorite Flash suits we've ever gotten. We have the gold belt, we have the lightning bolts on the arms. It also works with the gloves once again. We have all this yellow piping going up the suit, and it doesn't feel over designed. The white background is there as well. It could be bigger once again. This cowl though is leagues better than the season 5 cowls that we'd gotten. It looks so good. I love that we have the wings on the side as well, and they actually are wings. They're extruding out the sides, and we have this lightning bolt texture going up the front, but you can see some white underneath from the face shell. Overall though, it looks great. We have the chin strap, but for the love of God, the Flash is supposed to be the fastest man alive. Why the fuck does he have to have nanotech? Out of all the characters in DC and Marvel, the Flash is one that should not have it. He can literally pull the hood over his head faster than anyone can blink. He's not Tony Stark, he's not Black Panther, he's not Bruce Wayne. He shouldn't have it. It almost makes more sense for Oliver out of all people to have it because he's rich as shit. But even then, I absolutely hate the fact that I just said that too. I love this suit so much though, I just really hate this edition. And Grant just looks so unbelievably happy to be wearing it. But once again, don't have gold boots here. I wish we'd get them with more Flash suits.
Where'd that come from?
It's nanotech. You like it?
A little something.
Alrighty, at the number 2 spot, we have John Wesley Shipp's Earth 90 Flash suit that we had seen in Crisis. I fucking love this suit so much. It would probably be at my number 1 spot. But there's one thing holding it back. We don't have the gold boots or the wings on the boots. We just have these darker brown / burgundy boots, and they work with the suit. But with that, they tone down the muscle padding. I think this is perfect. It takes the 90s suit and updates it and does it so much justice. Again, the one thing I wish here was having that bigger white background on the logo. If we had that, I would say this suit is literally perfect along with the gold boots. We have the lightning bolt connected belt, love it, and as well as on the arms. This is awesome, and it goes fully around. I like that too. We have the wings, and dude, seeing the suit on screen, I was so happy. It looks fucking amazing. I'm so happy. I want to see Wally West wearing the suit in the DCU, maybe without the felt texture. If they could do it with Grant Gustin's season 9 suit texture, if they were to use that material with this and the muscle suit, dude, fucking take my money right now. Alrighty, and now finally at the number 1 spot, we have the season 8 and 9 suit with the golden boots. I love this suit so much. This is to me the perfect Flash suit. I want to see this in the DCU. We have the gold boots, we have the lightning bolt around the belt, we have the white background with the lightning bolt, we have the wings on the ears, everything that I would possibly want from a Flash suit we have in this, minus the wings on the boots, but I don't even care. We finally have the gold boots. Gustin looks so proud to be in the suit, especially with everything on it, and I feel just as proud. No matter what anyone says, this suit to me will always be my favorite Flash suit. I would love to see it return in the DCU, maybe just updated with the material to whatever they're going to use, but I love it so much. This is the perfect Barry Allen suit to me. I would love some little tweaks, and we can make this Wally suit as well, or take John Wesley Shipp's suit for Wally. I don't care. I love this one so much. With all that being said, that was my ranking. I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. Go ahead and drop it. I grew up with the DCEU, so to me, Wally West is my Flash. I've never really cared for Barry Allen all that much. Gustin does a great job as the character, but Ezra Miller really ruined it for me. It also kind of sucks because I had seen Ezra Miller as the Flash first before Grant, and I really wish I didn't. I'm so excited that the DCU is going to be going with Wally West as the main Flash. We saw him in Creature Commandos. I cannot wait to see what his suit looks like. If you have any design ideas, go ahead and drop them in the comments as well. I would love to hear what you want the DCU Flash suit to look like. With all that being said, it's been Caden or Cantina Comics, and I will see you all in the next one. Oh shit.